Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another exciting episode of UCC Prep. I've lost count. Tonight we're working on the compound turbo setup. We are running a HX82 124 millimeter from our good friends over at DDP. We have our 91 millimeter GT55 33 from Josh Scruggs. Both of these turbos are secondhand. And then we did get the missing piece of the puzzle, our stainless comp T6. Moved the turbo up and in. So the hot pipe is going to snake around and come down here. Hood stack will come up here. Interstage pipe will go like that. Intercooler pipe will be a straight shot, so Shad should have no excuse. We'll run the air filter down. We'll run the air filter down like that. Nitrous could probably stay in the same spot. Our friend Jeremy Gray's Performance. Oh, there we go. Got most of our harness done. We got to route a few things. He had to take off early. No problem there, but he did everything. Fuel cell, sending unit. He got our trans fans wired in, our air dogs, and then check this out. We have all of our ECM nitrous, one of those fancy Street Outlaw switch panels, our relay panels, our more relay panels, OBD2. He got this thing wired up. I do have to finish quite a few things, but that being said, left some really good instructions. Very good work. I'm super happy. That was money well spent, in my opinion. Cleaned up. I mean, look at that, guys. All that was my factory wiring, and he simplified it quite a bit. So I got to finish up some AEM stuff. Had to get some stuff ordered, but all in all, Jeremy did a killer job. The other thing we're going to add, we have two wastegates. One's going to go here. One's going to go back here. So two atmospheric gates. And yeah, just slowly but surely getting it hooked up. We also ordered a 94 55 33 from our good friends over at Industrial Injection. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to kind of update you as we go along. It's really hard to film two people trying to work. So this video will kind of be updates as we go. One last final thing. We did get our new sled pulling tires in. These are the Interco Radial Traxxas, the ones that you see a lot of people run. They do very well. We're going to get rid of these, put these on, and Colby was using the other one as a chair. But yeah, full steam ahead. The other thing I did off camera, $189 bed cover from Amazon. So far, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Just trying to keep all the dirt and debris out of here as best we could. And yeah, guys, just plugging along. I will update you as we can. All right, so we got the hot pipe started. Myers knocking it out. And Colby is in here reducing the weight by the second. Just zipping out in the interior. And I am working on the harness, getting it all hooked up and zip tied out of the way. So kind of a little update for you guys. All right, guys, I promise we can go back. But Colby got the carpet out, all the door panels. Got the carpet out in one piece, no cutting. And she's getting faster by the second, that is for sure. And Shad is over burning in the hot pipe. And then we're gonna work on the interstage pipe. All in all, pretty productive evening thus far. Colby's gonna start on the mirrors next. All right, guys, so hot pipe is done. We're getting the 5-inch hood stack set up.
Yeah, it's gonna go right like this.
Colby's got the interior stripped, ready to go.
It's gonna go right like this.
Perfect, love it. And yeah, we're here. Colby, nice work.
Tell me that's not a horrible idea right there.
That's a horrible idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a horrible
I
idea.
love everybody would love it.
No.
Done.
Why not?
Because I'd rather have my...
A few more cuts.
I want my DDP staying on the windshield, not on the side of my door. I'm gonna call it a night. Murr's got the hood stack we had to kind of snake it around. Shad got some pie cuts cut for the interstage pipe. We got the hot pipe all done. Looking really good. We're gonna work on the bracket and the hood stack tomorrow. I got all the EGT wiring set up. And then I went ahead and got the street tires put back on so I can get the sled pull tires swapped over on their Perspective wheels. And yeah, we'll pick this video up. It'll be a 2-day, 1 video kind of scenario. A lot of progress tonight. Really, the hot pipe in compounds to me really sets the pace, because that obviously plants the atmospheric charger, and then you just build off there. So really proud of the team. They did a great job. All in a night's work. All right, so as we continue on with the compounds, we're also going to knock out a couple small projects, something that needed painting and stuff. So we made our dual button bracket. It bolts here, and then basically I machined this here to hold the bar straight, and it's pretty solid. So we got our 2 thumb switches here. This one will be scramble. This will be CPS 6, and then we're kind of Jeremy got in a little bit of a time crunch, so not a big deal. He was awesome about excuse me, let me know what we needed done. So we're gonna hook up the Wensler shifter. We got to hook up the CPS 6 and a couple of small odds and ends. No big deal. Like I said, I mean, this guy was a champ. I mean, everything's labeled, like 12 volt trans, overdrive, lockup. So you guys get the drill. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and knock that out. Kind of dark, kind of boring as hell. So I'll update you guys as we get stuff knocked out. All right, hindsight being 2020, probably should have done flat black, but we got our CPS 6 button right here, and then this will be a nitrous solenoid here, and we're gonna mount the wires down here like so. And then you guys know you use the spiral stuff so it can turn without getting all bound up in the steering column. That's the nice part about this NRG. It puts it really tight here so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, guys, now we're gonna work on getting the wiring for this done, getting the shifter wiring done, and just some other odds and ends, like this sick switch panel that Jeremy got for us. Haven't decided what to do. The other tackle we have is the shifter bracket. When you lose the second seat, some things change, so I'm gonna have to get a little creative. I've thought about maybe bracing it off this front bolt and grabbing it up here. I feel like that would be really strong. And then honestly, just putting a peg from the bottom of this plate to the floor with like a rubber isolator to add some support. So some things I'm gonna play along with. This was John's mount. Still works good when we put the second seat in, but without the seat, we are gonna have to make some changes. No big deal. Let's get to it. Okay, so we got our buttons all hooked up, anchored down there. We have our Wensler Performance Engineering switches, spool jet, our other nitrous solenoid, all wired in. The coiled wires actually work. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it took a long time to route all the wires. And we got all our harness tightened up, the panels put back in. So the only wiring I think we have left is just to run those 4 nitrous solenoids. But yeah, just kind of slowly chugging along. We also got to do the bottle heater wiring. But yeah, slowly chugging along. Shad has made some very good progress on the compounds. He got the Interstage pipe fully tacked and the intercooler pipe fully tacked. Then we're going to go ahead and obviously fully weld those. From there, Meyer's going to make the primary support for the HX82, and then we'll pull the manifold off, put the gates on. So everything is staying on time, on target. That's always a good thing when you're trying to make an event. So we got our arc panel mounted here. We have our triangular brace for the GTS mount. Thing is solid. Shouldn't have any issues. Got all the wiring tidied up. The only thing we got left is the AEM stuff on the manifold, which we can't do yet. But all in all, progress is progress. Well guys, there were some gaps, there was some learning, but proudly say that I welded this. every time I pick up a TIG torch and I weld. It's practice. This was the first time I've ever been able to mate a flange to mild steel, so I'm thrilled. We'll get the cross bolts put in here once this cools off, and then we're gonna Cerakote it at the shop. But dude, 5-inch hood stack, freaking pumped. Took me an hour and 45 minutes. Again, I know it's not beautiful, but at least I'm trying. And here's what Chad's been working on. There's the Interstage, fitting beautiful. Now we gotta weld it. We're gonna put a few bungs in here, and we also have to add our cross bolts per UCC rules, but looking good. Nice work, buddy.
Thank you.
I still think my hood stack's better though.
It probably is.
Okay. So we got Shad on the Interstage pipe. He's putting our 3 bungs. This goes from the HX82 to the GT55, and then he's also got a cross bolted as well. Now this doesn't really go with the theme of this video, but these showed up today. Courtesy Fire Pump Discussion Forum. Mickey Thompson ET315 5017 on some Bogarts. Let's go ahead and get these test fitted. I'll spare you the drama and just flash to when they're on the truck. And just like that, look at these things, guys. Just gorgeous. Man. Maybe this is what this truck needed all along. One thing we did gain, the slick is almost 2 inches further in compared to our old setup, which will help with torque steer. And the height's still the same, so I think we're gonna run these. Good clearance on all the calipers and rotors. I'm happy. We'll get them polished so they look nice, but man, I almost wonder if people like daily drive on these. They look so good. I think I mean that's tucked in for a radial. Dang. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love it. So update, we got the intercooler pipe fully welded thanks to John and Shad. Interstage fully welded. Looking good. Meyer's working on the bracket. And then here is our air filter deflection device right here, so it'll kick it in nice and tight. Man. Got the hood stack painted. We have to get the hot pipe painted. And then we did cross bolt the intercooler pipe right here. And then we're gonna cross bolt the Interstage pipe right here. Shad also got our bungs in the valve cover for our breathers. Making progress every day. Just a quick 07 update while they were working on the compounds. We got Napa fleet hubs, which are a lifetime warranty. Some power stop street strip pads, rotors, fresh calipers, new AAM ball joints, new Spicer lifetime axle shaft joint. This steering looked fine, sway bars look fine, track bars been replaced, control arms, they'll send for now. So yeah, we did it outside, really windy, kind of hard to show you guys, but wrap that up as well. Also a little side update on the 07, 500 miles, no oil consumption, turbos look great. We did spring a small leak, and it turns out, you guys can kind of see it here, these bolts wiggled loose. And what's interesting is Meyer's dad's did the same thing. So we're gonna go ahead, fresh drain gasket, and I think I'm gonna Loctite these. You guys can see there, a little bit of leak, not too bad, but 500 miles in, tried something new with the honing method at the end there, and it has paid off amazingly well. So we'll get this fixed, put the compounds back together, and go test drive this pig. All right, guys, we got our compounds fabbed. Just got to wrap and paint the hot pipe. Meyer's got our 2-piece support. One part bolts to the charger, other part bolts down through. Nice and gusseted here. Bolts to the AC mount. But yeah, I cannot wait till this thing starts making noise. Gonna be rowdy. Well, guys, this is gonna wrap up the UCC truck compound fabrication. Huge thank you to Meyer, Shad, and John Strado over at Granby Truck Shop. He was here getting some engine work done at our machine shop because they can get it done pretty quick, and offered to weld some of this stuff. So huge thank you to him. And of course, Shad, Meyer, always coming in clutch. I don't know about you guys. Drop your guesses down below what this setup's gonna do fuel only. I kind of have my idea, but I don't know. Maybe the closest one gets a sticker or something. I don't know. Depends on how many people drop a comment down below. But as always, guys, hopefully you like this video. Give it a big thumbs up. Drop that comment on your horsepower guess below. Subscribe if you are not already. And as always, I will catch you on the next one.